Yo, what's going on? Chavo Guerrero Jr. here, giving a big shout out to Wrestling Rehab. Keep watching, keep listening, and viva la raza.
Órale. I I wasn't planning on going to WrestleMania this year. Okay, I wasn't, but I was still planning on going to Vegas. And the reason why I was planning on going to Vegas was for the simple reason that I went to WrestleMania last year in Vegas, right? For those who don't remember, WrestleMania this year was actually supposed to take place in New Orleans, or as they like to say, New Orleans. And they changed that pretty darn quick. Back to back Vegas. Okay. Which I'll be real with you guys, I don't even really have an issue with it. I don't. I'm okay with it. That's fine. The reason why I bring up last year's WrestleMania in Vegas is for this. I went ahead, I went to SmackDown, I went to the Hall of Fame at the Fountain Blue. I went to night 1 and night 2. The only thing I didn't go to Monday Night Raw. Here's why I bring that up. There were some pretty damn cool watch parties going on last year in Vegas. And while I did not attend a watch party because I actually had tickets to go to WrestleMania, I did talk to a lot of people that would only that either went to night 1 or night 2. And the night that they did not go to WrestleMania, they went to a watch party. So I thought, wow, you know what? Listen, I live in SoCal. Vegas isn't that far. How about this? Because I already spent a nice big shiny penny last year going to WrestleMania. How about I just head out to Vegas? I'll go ahead and I'll go to SmackDown. I'll go to the Hall of Fame. And instead of going to WrestleMania, I'll go to the watch parties. Now, I saw footage on some of these watch parties. They were pretty damn badass. And they were being advertised all weekend, right? I mean, I last year I got to Vegas, I think on a Wednesday. And it's like, hey, come watch WrestleMania here. Hey, watch party. And the setup was really cool. Even being at the tailgate at Allegiant Stadium, there were people there at the tailgate that were not going inside to Allegiant Stadium. They're like, no, no, we're going to a watch party. We're just here to party out for the tailgate, and then we're gonna go, to whatever watch party. But there was multiple watch parties throughout the strip. I was like, damn, that is cool. And I thought to myself, if they ever do that again, and I want to save a buck or two, maybe I'll just head out and go to a watch party. And that's what I was thinking of doing. Well, not gonna happen this time around. So the first time that I personally heard about this, um, of something like this happening, and I'll get to what I'm talking about in a second. Quite a few years ago. I mean, it's been like over 15 years ago. I went to Vegas, and I'm not like a big UFC guy, but there was a UFC pay-per-view, right? And I was like, yeah, sure, man. You know what? Let's go watch the fight somewhere. I'm thinking every bar on the strip or somewhere around is gonna have the fight. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? I mean, the fight was in Vegas. I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's go hit a bar, watch the fight, and then we'll hit the strip. We'll just walk outside, hit the strip afterwards. Well, guess what? There was a blackout. Nowhere on the strip can you watch the fight. The nearest place that was showing the fight was like out somewhere in the tail end of Henderson, which is miles away. And I just thought to myself, that's odd. Why would that be? Well, guess what the WWE is deciding to do now? Yes, they are doing the same thing. There will be no WrestleMania watch parties in Vegas this year. There will be no watch parties throughout the strip, the casinos, nothing. I don't know what the radius is. I heard somebody say 50 miles, 50. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's accurate. So I'm thinking like, oh, I mean, not even in downtown Vegas, like away from the strip. So if you come to Southern Nevada, basically you're not going to be able to watch it anywhere unless you're at home, of course. Because apparently they want you to buy a ticket. That's their way of saying, wow, listen, you got to buy a ticket and go to WrestleMania. So we're just going to go ahead and black it out all over Southern Nevada. So there will be no watch parties. You want to watch it, you got to come to Allegiant Stadium. Yet last year, when I went to Vegas for WrestleMania, there were watch parties all over the place, but not this time around. Oh no. Now they're struggling with ticket sales, from what I understand. And now it looks like they're doing this with Elimination Chamber as well. I'm not sure they got that completely over the line yet. But if you were thinking on going to Vegas to attend a watch party for WrestleMania, unpack your bags because there will be no watch parties in Vegas this year. It is all blacked out. No casino, no bar, no anything is going to be showing WrestleMania. I don't look, I don't like this, man. I don't like that they're going down this route. But oh well. Those were my plans. Those were my plans this time around. I'll just go to SmackDown, go to the Hall of Fame, and then hit a couple of watch parties. Just because the watch parties from last year when I was in Vegas, they look pretty damn cool. People were showing me the footage at the tailgates. They're like, "Oh yeah, look, this was the watch party last night." And I'm like, "Damn, that looks badass, man." And that was my plan for this year, but not gonna happen anymore because it's all blacked out. There will be no watch parties in Vegas or even the surrounding areas. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And it looks, rumor, again, this is just rumor. Rumor has it this is the way it's going to be going forward. Looks like they might even be doing this in Chicago for Elimination Chamber. That, hey, listen, there will be no bars, no, bar and grills or anything that's going to be showing Elimination Chamber. That's from what I hear. But the WrestleMania thing, oh yeah, that's a done deal. That sucks, man. That sucks. So No need to go to Vegas unless you're actually attending WrestleMania, which, you know, it kind of makes me think, all right, what if you got people that were not going to WrestleMania but wanted to go to SmackDown, wanted to go to the Hall of Fame, wanted to go to Monday Night Raw? What about them? They basically have to show up the day of. So if somebody wanted to go to the Hall of Fame and to SmackDown, they come into Vegas and they got to leave Friday night or early Saturday morning because they're not going to be able to watch it if they're in Vegas, or if they wanted to go to Monday Night Raw. They got to drive in. They can't make a weekend out of it. They got to drive in Monday morning to go to Monday Night Raw, as opposed to just, hey, let's do the WrestleMania weekend thing here. We'll go ahead, we'll catch it at a bar and grill or something, at a casino. We'll hang out to Monday Night Raw. Like, what the are you doing? So, anyway, man, I don't know what Paul Hunter Hurst Helmsley Levesque is doing with this. I don't like it. I hope they reconsider, but oh well. Because last year it was a vibe. It was a vibe, man. WrestleMania took over Vegas completely. But now it's just, well, it's only the people that are going to be at Allegiant Stadium. Unbelievable. Anyway, I just thought I'd go ahead and complain about that for a little bit because it was bugging me. But let's go ahead and let's get into a couple of other things. So this is the go home show, Monday Night Raw to Elimination Chamber, and I'm gonna be real with you guys, man. Look, I'm still not feeling that excitement that we're on the road to WrestleMania. I don't see anybody hyped about it. I don't really see many people talking about it. I don't feel the energy. I'm still not feeling the energy that, hey, we are on the road to WrestleMania. I don't feel that energy. Where's the excitement? Where is all this at? Is it just me? Because here we are, the last stop, the week of the last stop on the road to WrestleMania, Elimination Chamber, and still not too much excitement, especially from the things that I'm hearing. But I hope it picks up. I hope it does. All right, so look, we got Monday Night Raw. It's a go home show to Elimination Chamber. What do we got tonight? We got Natty and Maxine Dupree. Does anybody care about that? No, nobody gives a rat's ass about that. Okay. Now, something that we do have, we got Io Sky versus in a triple threat match against Raquel Rodriguez and Kyrie Zane um, to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Um, look, uh, I don't think a champion should be going into the chamber match. Now that can change, right? If somebody's tag team champion, they can go ahead and lose it. If they qualify to go after the champion, we still don't know what champion quite yet. We'll get to that in a second. Um, they can go ahead and lose the tag team titles before WrestleMania. I like Io Sky, but nah, I don't know. Maybe if you put Raquel in there, just a big girl. I mean, I think Io will put on a much better match. Don't sleep on Kyrie Zane either. But I guess I'll pick Io for that one. I'm gonna go either Io. I could see either one of these chicks winning, but definitely Io brings the stardom. She's a lot more over. Out of the three, I think Kyrie is a little bit further down when it comes to star power. So I'll go Io on that. You also have Jay Uso in a triple threat match. Jay Uso versus original El Grande Americano versus Bronson Reed in an elimination chamber qualifying match. I don't think Grande Americano is gonna get is gonna qualify. Okay, I don't think so. It'd be kind of cool if he does. I'll be rude with you guys. It'd be kind of cool if he does. I'm actually rooting for him to go ahead and win this match. I just don't think it's gonna happen. I could see Jay or Bronson Reed, and I think they're gonna go with Bronson Reed, but we'll see. All right, let's get to some of the juicy stuff here. Okay, for tonight's Monday Night Raw. I mean, CM Punk is to come out and address the crowd. I don't really care about that at the moment. He has a match against Finn Balor, which again, it's a pretty predictable outcome. There is no way in hell they're gonna take the strap off of CM Punk and have Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns. That would be the worst. That would be the absolute worst. But let's get to some juicy things that are happening tonight on Monday Night Raw. One is this: Brock Lesnar will be on Monday Night Raw. Doing what? I'm not sure. Is he going to be coming out with Paul Heyman? Paul Heyman over there with the Vision? Brock Lesnar stands alone. Yeah, he probably teamed up with the Vision once, but he's not part of the Vision. Is this going to be the beginning of trying whatever happens tonight with Brock Lesnar? Is this going to be the beginning of them teasing, building whatever Brock Lesnar's going to do at WrestleMania? I mean, they got to start building it at some point, right? So that's interesting. Want to see what happens there. Something else that's taking place tonight on Monday Night Raw is that Liv Morgan is finally, finally going to choose whether she goes after La Primera, Stephanie Valkyr, or Jade Cargill. Now, this is pretty predictable. This is pretty darn predictable. In my opinion, okay, like I said, it's pretty predictable. She's going to go after Stephanie Valkyr, especially since she's making her decision on Monday Night Raw where Stephanie's at. If she were to make it on SmackDown, then maybe there'd be a chance that maybe she chooses Jade Cargill. But I've been saying it ever since Liv Morgan won the Royal Rumble. And that was she's going after Stephanie. It'd be cool if she goes after Jade because that would just be unpredictable. I think you could build that story a little bit more because it's just two oddballs and two heels. But I don't think it's just gonna be so odd. It's like, wow, I think we can actually build this. But she's not gonna go after Jade. She's going after Stephanie. She's going after Stephanie, and Liv is making a push that her match should be main eventing night one of Monday Night Raw. I'm sorry, night one of WrestleMania. Because while it hasn't really truly been stamped in stone yet, we already know Roman Reigns versus CM Punk is the main event for WrestleMania night two. We know that. That's why this Finn Balor match against CM Punk is extremely predictable. So Liv Morgan's making this push that, hey, she won the Rumble. Why don't you main event her match on night one? And I'm telling you guys right now, she is picking Stephanie Rucker. I would rather it's a better match in ring performance. It's a better match with her and Stephanie. However, I actually like the oddball match of having her versus Jade Cargill. I think the build up to that match can be just a little bit better because they're both heels. Which way do you go? I like the build up to that match better. Maybe not the in ring performance, but the build up to that match, I like that match better. But it's not going to happen. She will be picking La Primera, Stephanie Rucker. And if I'm wrong, I'll come back on here and say, hey, look, I was wrong. And of course, tonight on Monday Night Raw, it is the tribute to the phenomenal AJ Styles. All right. We have not seen AJ Styles since he lost to Gunther. Do we see Gunther come out tonight? I don't know. What is the plan for Brock Lesnar? Do they still want to make a Gunther versus Brock Lesnar match? Are they going to have Brock Lesnar kind of bump shoulders with Braun Breaker? AJ Styles, this is going to be his farewell. Is his tribute to say, nice knowing you, and I'm out. And I still believe that we see AJ Styles pop up on TNA. If Styles has a final wrestling match, in my opinion, it should be on TNA. I've said it before. You know how Styles said about SmackDown, the house that AJ Styles built. No, TNA is the house that AJ Styles built. So in reality, Styles may be retiring from the WWE. I'm not saying he has to go make a run at TNA, but I would like him to have one final match. Look, if he wants to finish off the year in TNA, by all means, go ahead and do it. I don't want him signing on to AEW. That's for damn sure. There's some people pushing that he should go sign to AEW. Damn all that. But to go to TNA, absolutely. Absolutely. Either to run off the rest of the year or just for one more final match. Either way, he's gonna have to be there for a minute or two because you got to build that match. But we'll see what happens tonight with his tribute. Is Gunther going to come out? Is he going to talk some smack? Is he going to tell him that he tapped out like a little you know what? What happens in this tribute tonight with Styles? I don't think he should. I don't think Gunther should. If it's really going to be a final farewell to the WWE universe, then just let it stand at so. Then just let him say goodbye. And even if he pops up at TNA, people could go tune into TNA and they could build up his, final match over there. If he's done with wrestling completely, then I guess this is it. But I still am holding on to the fact that he's going to wrestle at TNA. For the love of God, I hope he doesn't go to AEW. That's for sure. Please don't go there. He's given us a lot of great matches. And I am very interested to see how they pay tribute to Styles tonight. So I will definitely be tapped in. But outside of that, what do we got? A few minutes before Monday Night Raw starts. And I am a little ticked off, just like how I started this, that they went ahead and they're blacking out WrestleMania in Southern Nevada so nobody could throw a watch party. Unbelievable, man. Unfreaking believable. Now, I will be doing my predictions for Elimination Chamber. I don't want to do it quite yet. We still have a couple of spots open that they need to fill. And I'm already, for the men's, look, for the men's chamber, and I'll talk about this a little bit more when I break down the Elimination Chamber and my predictions to it. But look, for the men's chamber, I know Cody Rhodes is on there. Since the tribal chief already picked CM Punk, do you really want to see Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre again? Like, good gosh, man, this is WrestleMania. You're going to give us a match that we've seen numerous of times? You're going to see, no, this is not, this is like a regular freaking, Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown type of match. At this point, this is not even PLD worthy. This is like Friday nights. I'm sorry. This is like Saturday night's main event worthy now. It's downgraded. There's no way you could build this match up to be WrestleMania material anymore. You've ran it into the ground. It still holds some value to it. I'm not saying it's completely garbage, but for dang sure, it's not on WrestleMania level anymore. And the fact that you got Cody Rhodes in there just makes everybody think like, okay, well, it's going to be Cody. I'm like, wait a second. Cody versus Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania? You got to be kidding me. Can't have that. So let's see who fills the last few spots, and we'll break it down later on in the week. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and tap up out of here. You guys enjoy Monday Night Raw. Brock Lesnar's coming back. Liv Morgan, she's going to go ahead and make her final pick, which, is there any secret there? It's going to be La Primera. Even though that's not what I'm rooting for. I hope she goes after Jade Cargill, but it's not going to happen. But she does make her official pick tonight. Brock Lesnar's back. Liv Morgan talks about, Liv Morgan makes her final decision. CM Punk, he addresses the crowd. And we got the tribute to AJ Styles, the phenomenal, one of the greatest, if not the best, to ever lace up the boots in ring performer. In ring performer. Top tier. All right, man. You guys enjoy Monday Night Raw. I'll see you guys later on in the week. You guys be good. Catch you guys then.
And I